4 feet tall. It's still big when you're an adult because it's a better story. And finally, when you're old and alone, it's never big because it's gymongous. However, there are those who don't need to exaggerate, a rare few with the talent and mindset to ride waves that defy description.
Big wave riding is like an inner desire that you have to kind of challenge the sea or try to be in harmony with the sea in its most dynamic moment.
About 10 years ago, Laird decided to escape the crowds, so with a few friends he set out to conquer a wave too big, too fast, and too dangerous to ride. A wave that required a new approach to surfing.
At a certain size, it's almost impossible, or actually impossible, to paddle into waves. So they use the tow rope to kind of pull themselves into these giant waves.
Can't catch a freight train on a bicycle. You have to match power with power. Voila, tow surfing was born.
Measure Laird by any standard today, he's the greatest living surfer in the world today, I think. There's no one can touch him as far as performance, innovation, imagination, pure athleticism, and just absolutely unquestionable courage.
When Laird drives, Dave Kalama surfs. Dave's a former windsurfing champion, but not nearly as well known as Laird in the surfing world, which has caused some to portray him as Laird's sidekick, which would be a lot like figuring Godzilla as King Kong's second banana.
Dave Kalama and Laird, anything that goes on in the ocean, those two guys figured out before anyone's even interested in most of this stuff. And by the time everybody, starts to notice, they're already really good at it.
While surfing gets the glory, the real hero is whoever's driving the ski. The ski tows the surfer into the wave and shadows him during the entire ride, always prepared in case of a wipeout. Because with a jagged lava shoreline only a couple hundred yards away, surfing Piahi without the ski would be near suicide.
One of the scariest things about Piahi isn't actually riding it to me, it's watching my friends ride it. You're on the shoulder driving the ski, look at them going, come on, faster, a little, come on. And you're worried for them because if they eat it, not only are they going to go through a heavy experience, but now I got to go in front of the next wave and try and get them out of it.
You've ever seen a dog grab a rag doll and shake it in its teeth, where all the limbs are just going every which way, and you feel like any more pressure in your arm could just get ripped right off your body.
The engine faltered for just an instant, but that's all it takes.
We're on it because we don't want, obviously, anybody to be harmed. And yesterday we lost a ski in the process of trying to rescue somebody, and we figure, you can buy more skis, but you can't buy people, so.
I came out of the barrel, I hit what they call like a phantom chop. My knees and everything kind of just buckled. That's when I said, just, relax, take it on the head, try to get pushed in, get a little bit farther in, wait for the rescue. At that point, I basically experienced the joy of watching Laird and a couple of my other friends, catch probably some of the better waves that I've ever seen.
What began simply as a way to escape the crowds has redefined the limits of big wave surfing. But for Laird and David, tow-in surfing is only a part of a much bigger picture.
2 foot to 20 foot, the fun's the same for me. All I'm looking for is a smile, and just riding a wave is what does it for me. It's not necessarily the size.
The analogy is music. You can have a jazz musician and a rock musician and, you know, a classical guitarist can all appreciate or understand what that other guy hears, but that's not his trip. And surfing's the same way.